Yo, man, it's gotta be that real hip-hop feel, man. Get these levels right. Alright, something like... You will now go back to when rap music had hard beats, when it was called hip-hop.
Live in the CIPHER! Oh, Wednesday night, gotta get it right. Live in the CIPHER, chills on the mic. You got cash, I'm worth it, pay me. You can't outfox me, so say that for Jamie. BKS1Radio.com. Hot like fire, kids, so ring the alarm. Got the industry corner with our own damn opinions. No Serato, it's authentic. When late night is spinning, the truth, the real. Hip-hop ain't dead, and if it was, we resurrected it. It's back to the essence, the bare essential. Storm Norm is the leader, we call him the general. Smooth P and Ghost, we rate and review. So if you're scared to spit the 16, don't come through. Ooh! Represent the real hip-hop. Represent the real hip-hop. Represent the real hip-hop. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the hottest hip-hop show on the net, live in the CIPHER, baby. You got my man, Chill Mr. Keep It Real, Ladies Love, Smooth P, Short Fuse, DJ Late Night, and your man, Storm on the General on BKS1Radio.com, where we represent the real hip-hop.
Right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. You know where you at. WBKS1.com, Hip Hop Wednesdays, live in the CIPHER. We here. The brothers are in the building. It is officially Wednesday night. Another live in the CIPHER. And we're going to get this thing started. Before we do, we're going to introduce ourselves. I'm going to start with my man to my immediate left, my brother from another mother.
Short Fuse, a.k.a. The Ghost.
In the building. And tonight over there on the ones and twos.
Gotta make you dip, nigga. What's up, yo? Chill, Mr. Keep It Real is in the building.
Yes.
Factual. What's poppin'?
Yes. And the man in the middle. Yours truly, Smooth P's in the building, y'all. We here. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for riding it out with us again another night. And first and foremost, how y'all fellas doing? How y'all feeling tonight?
Woo! I'm good now.
You're good now.
Took a nap.
Okay.
I'm good, actually. Yeah, it was cool. I came home, took a 30-minute nap, and came here.
Those power naps always
I ain't gonna lie.
help.
I came here, I was knocked out, snoring, mouth all open. But I feel good.
Wifey woke you up, or?
Yeah,
okay.
I told her to make sure. I had the alarm go off at 8:10.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
That's what's up. So what's up? What about you, Fuse?
Man, I can't complain. You know, Nipsey's death, man. That hurt.
Yeah.
Like I shed a tear
tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, friends going through some things, so it's been a week, man.
It's real. You know, I'm good. Any day I wake up on this side of life, I feel like I'm winning. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stuff going on in the world, a lot of stuff to complain about. But you know, as long as I'm alive, I got a chance to get it right one more again. So
oh yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. So, but that being said,
first things first,
definitely been a crazy week. You know, starting off on Sunday. For those who may not know or been on a rock or something, if you know anything about hip hop, you probably heard about this young man. He's actually been all over the news, which I'm shocked about because usually we don't get this kind of coverage. So, rapper, activist, you know, Grammy Award nominated, entrepreneur, father, husband, which a lot of people don't realize. Nipsey Hussle was gunned down and murdered in front of one of his businesses that he owns.
They went from selling T-shirts in front of that strip mall to purchasing the strip mall.
Purchasing the strip mall, exactly. Showed you his name was Real Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Senselessly murdered. You know, had a lot of things going for himself. You know, helped out a lot of people. Gave back. You know, gave back to his community.
Hired a lot of people who couldn't get jobs in his businesses.
In his business, and
he had the Vector. What was it, Vector 90, which was basically giving the youth in the community access to technology. He was supposed to be bridging the gap between Silicon Valley and South Central.
Exactly. Was actually supposed to have a summit with the police chief and the mayor. The next day, you know, after his murder, he was actually supposed to be sitting down with them to
talk about
strategize about how to, you know, help with the gang violence. In the gang violence, you know, to bridge the gap between the police and you know, the people of the community to try to, you know, make it better for everybody. And it's a sad situation, you know, when, you know, there's so much negativity going on in the world. You got so many people doing negative things. And to have a young brother such as himself, he was only 33 years old, and he definitely was a self-made man. You know,
he owned all his masters.
He owned all.
33. And if you listen to him from early songs to mixtapes to now, he's always been preaching own your own stuff, invest in real estate,
exactly.
Buy stuff that's going to appreciate, not depreciate. He's been preaching that for the longest,
and he's been teaching. He's been preaching, and he actually did it. He's living it, and he's showing others how to do, or was showing others how to do it, and it's just a tragedy and a travesty that this young man was gunned down
father
in the prime of his life, and actually was
two. He had one. I think he had his daughter who he took to the award show. I saw some pictures of her with him, and then he had the son, and I think that he had with Lauren, and I'm not sure if he had how many other kids if he had.
Yeah,
but now you got kids who ain't gonna have their father in their life.
Yeah, and what a lot of people don't know, I've seen, you know, people didn't know that he and Lauren actually had secretly eloped last year. So they actually
wow, nice.
So they were married. So they actually had, you know, eloped. You know, kept, you know, sometimes when you're in the limelight, you don't want everybody know your business.
You don't have to,
you know, but exactly, you don't have to. But
everybody's not entitled to all the information.
Everybody's not entitled. But yeah, man, made great music, and we had the pleasure of actually interviewing him early in his career.
We didn't get him.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Because I still have the CD.
No, we had the CD and we reviewed his mixtape. We never got a chance. We didn't get a chance to do the phone. We didn't get a chance to do the interview because we never linked up. We missed the call. Or we didn't take something.
I thought he did call.
No, we missed the call. Yes, yes. I've been talking about that for years. He's been the one person that I'm mad that we never got the chance.
I could have sworn we talked to Hustle.
No, we reviewed his mixtape.
Wow. Okay.
And we didn't get a chance to do the interview.
I thought that we did. Well, wow. Well, I'm corrected. I thought we did, but still, even in his early career, like I said, made great music.
Yes.
Like I said, I still have that mixtape. I think that was his first mixtape, right? Or was it?
It was one of the early ones.
It was one of the early ones.
It's one of the early ones. I'm not sure exactly the number of it. I have the tape too somewhere.
Yeah, I still had to see.
But I want the digital. I'm trying to get the digital one.
Yeah.
So I can have it on my phone and stuff. But yeah, that tape was crazy.
Well, if y'all don't mind, man, it's a freestyle that he did over air. He had bars.
Yeah, Nipsey was nice with it.
He was nice.
Yeah.
So I do got a freestyle I pulled up that I'd like to play. Dedication to him. Our kind of tribute to him.
Yes.
Spitting bars live on the CIPHER. All right. So, yo, listen to my man Nipsey.
Sitting from my kitchen, nigga. On the phone with Forbes, asking how I did it, nigga. Snatched up girl, it's official, nigga. Always been a man on a mission, nigga. Yeah, let's make a movie, take the top off. About to cross over like hot sauce. On this gutter shit, I never hopped off. Most calculated move by far. Always with a model in a fly car. Yeah. 30,000 for the pythons, rockin' knee highs, sipping white wine, listening to In My Lifetime, in the nighttime, looking at the city skyline, getting sky high. Took the little bitch to Popeyes, she was top 5. Excitement that she get from pop life could never top mine. Once you get the hustle lockdown, you can stockpile, level up another notch now, like a block now. Every time I take the top down, she arch her eyebrows, turning up the music high now. She feel alive now. Love me like we from a small town. Let's make them all round. You splurge, I splurge. Ball later and we ball now. Yeah. Look, nothing can save us and we realized it. Yeah, nothing can save us and we realized it. Yeah, nothing can save us and we realized it. Look, 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 look. Middle of the night, kitchen lights is on. Roll me up a back, then I light my stove. She told me stay calm when the crisis on. Said I die alone, I said it life upon. Park hustle speaking hyperbole. Translation, get the money, never wait for hoe. Clip is for already, where these should go. Shoulder for already, where these stripes should go. These police got opinions, how my life should go. I'm screaming, fuck them, they can suck a dick and die tonight, you know. Bullets, rain on them, cut the life support. My section ride for sport, every night of course. Niggas dying every day, that's the price of war. Gang members spending thousands at the nicest stores. I levitate on 5-star luxury. Every time I ride, shit come for me. Look, grind, I'm stuck in this grind. Stuck in this grind, I'm stuck in this grind. Look me in my eyes, call me on my lies. Stuck in this grind. Look, nothing can save us and we realized it. We knew the outcome and we still tried it. That South Central state of mind, I'm in the field logic. To be a real rider, you took this shit to the extreme and you ain't feel honest. Now this blood is on your hands, you hope these bills wash it. Sinking deeper in regret, and that's the real faucet. See everybody go for self, that was the real slossing. But do this win, lose or draw, that was a real promise. Do death do us, what's most important was rep to us. Set school us to love a line, respect shooters. Reflect to it, this year I'm dropping my best music. Hope you niggas get rich and then reinvest to it. I wish you niggas success just minus the stress to it. Lot of stages, lot of losses and regrets to it. The game of life, you ain't the type that would accept losing. Whatever's left to it, flying in a jet to it. Yeah, stuck in this grind.
Yeah.
Salute,
Yo.
salute.
Rest in peace, Nipsey
Yeah,
Hussle,
man.
Well, like I said, Victory Lap to me should have won the Grammy for the best rap album of last year. That album was crazy from beginning to end.
You know, I think it's
And the crazy thing about it is like everything was falling in line for him.
that's what I
Like
say. It's
everybody, people in hip hop. If you were a hip hop head, you knew Nipsey Hussle for years.
Exactly.
And you always knew he was a dope MC. He was this, but now Victory Lap dropped and it got the critical acclaim and the commercial success. And he got his Grammy nomination. So the world started to see how great of an artist he was.
Yeah. We're gonna take this call. Caller from the 706 station. Here we call from you live in the cipher.
Yo, what's going on? It's Buff Badwell. Peace, man.
Peace.
What's up, Buff? What's going on, man?
How you been, fam?
Yeah, what's up, Chill?
I'm chilling, man. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling salty and grimy about Nipsey Hussle, man.
Yeah, fam. Yeah, it's crazy, man. One thing, real quick, I'm gonna let you get your thoughts, and I wanted to add something too about that situation. I watched the video of it, man.
Yeah, man.
And it just shocked me, man. It amazes me how much hate we, even for the moment, whatever it may be, whatever possessed that man to do what he did. I can't fathom someone hating somebody that much. He ain't go up on him, give him a fair one, punch him in the face, try to sneak him. He shot him.
Yeah.
And then after he shot him, he came back again. And I'm at a loss of that, man. Buff, man, go ahead and speak on it, man. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, at this point, man, it's always something, man. You know, you get that feeling like it's always something, yo.
Yeah.
It's never not just everything is good out here, yo. It's always some fucking bullshit, bro. And that's what I'm tired of, man. As a black man in America, yo, I'm just tired of bullshit, man. Can a brother have a good day? Can I get some good news?
Yeah,
and somebody y'all know win the lottery or something, man? It's always something, bro.
We're fighting a lot of battles on every end.
Bro.
Well, Buff, the biggest problem is this. Whenever a black man or a black woman is doing something positive, they're basically the most hated person on the planet. Whether
by
it be
own kind.
I'm about to say whether it be self-hate, you know, which is usually worse than the outsiders that hate us. You know, that's the problem. Like, we can't do something positive and have, you know, the masses stand behind us and cheer us on, be champions for us. Instead, it's like, oh, this person think that they this, they think that they that, and they want to, we want to tear us down or tear the leaders down or the person positive down.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, Boozy had an interview and he said, he said when you make it, it's always rappers always dying in their own hood.
Yeah.
He said because it's somebody who grew up with you, who grew around you, came through the same circumstances of you, but they see you had success and they didn't get the success, so they got a jealousy and a hatred. But because you go to other places, they don't have that same but that same level of hatred for you.
And the crazy part about that whole thing is that's embedded in our culture now. That's a part of our culture, man. That is what we do consistently all the time. And like, how do we even get this way, bro? It's fucking sad, bro.
But you know where it comes from? It's a deep rooted, because one, we're brought up in society where we're desensitized to violence.
Man, listen. He even said it himself.
And then it's a lot of people who, when you have people who don't have no hope, no options, or anything else. And in one of Nipsey's interviews, I kind of find out with the link, and I want to post it up. He talked about that, about giving people hope, and we have people who are just trying to survive instead of live. Yeah. So when people are trying to survive, they're going to do whatever they got to do to survive, and they're not living because they're just trying to get through that moment. So the interview was deep, and I don't want to mess up what he was saying, the message, but I'm gonna try to find that interview, and I'm gonna post it up so people can see it. But we in our communities, that's it. People have no hope. They have no option.
The craziest part about this whole thing, though, is that at one point in time, like they were cool. I seen earlier today a picture of them all together, like a bunch of them together. Yeah. And Nipsey in the picture, and they had they circled the guy like this is dude that killed him. Because
allegedly, just the story I've heard, like say he came. Nipsey was going there. Part of the story I heard today is that Nipsey was going there to help out a friend who just got out of jail. Was going to give him some clothes, hook him up with some clothes so he can get nice for to see his family.
Get himself together.
The guy came up and they had words, and then I guess Nipsey said to him like, what I hear is that word on the street was that he was a snitch, and he didn't want him around the store or over there, and told him to leave. They had words. Dude left, came back while they were still standing out there, then shot Nipsey, shot the dude who got out of jail, and shot the other guy who was the dude's nephew who took him to the store.
Well, this is the part that I think is crazy too, because the young lady who was the alleged I can't
said
say
she had
alleged,
no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I believe that though. So you drove this man to the store multiple times, back and forth, right? You can't tell me you didn't have no idea of what was going on, or something was going on. And then after you drove him back and forth, he gets back in the vehicle with a gun in his hand. So you don't know nothing?
Did he have a gun in his hand when he saw it? I don't know.
I'm not trying to be funny. I do know someone who was caught in a situation where they rode somebody somewhere. They had no idea what he was doing, and the person robbed a store.
But listen what you're saying. They just rode. They didn't ride him there multiple times, but they rode him there one time. Right? I get. See, this is where I think the story is shady. And
she took him there multiple times the same day.
Yeah, well, she was because he left and came out. So
no, he left and went around the building and came back. He didn't left and driving the car and come back.
They said initially
he left from where they were.
He came back an hour later. Like he was there an hour earlier.
Okay.
So they had words an hour earlier, and he left, and then he came back an hour later.
So you left and you thought about some shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, he thought about it, but that don't mean he told her. I don't know. I'm not saying she knows, she didn't know, but I'm saying somebody could be that. Somebody could be like, oh, just ride me back around there.
Conversation on the ride over and back.
Yeah, he wasn't
not just in the car.
He could say we had
not saying nothing.
He might have told her I'm killing. I'm not vouching for what he said, but I'm saying sometimes you get in the car, you don't tell everybody he had an argument.
I agree.
He gonna say, yo, I'm going home to get a gun and come take him back and kill him.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I said, they let her out,
and she, I guess she cried. I guess that's probably how they found him, because she was talking,
and basically that's what they kind of said. That's how she got out. But they also told her, and listen, you still later on might be
get charged with accessory,
charged with something, which
Well, no, she can get charged with murder, because the rule is if you take somebody and they commit a crime and somebody dies, you can get charged with murder as well.
Yeah.
What's crazy is they knew each other, regardless of whether they were enemies or whatever. It's just fascinating to me, man, that like I said, that much hate. You can have that much hate to where
You'll fight.
And I've heard a lot of other things too, man. I've heard situations where people as thick as thieves, they've murdered each other. You know, a lot of thugs
it happens
over
all
money.
the time in the streets.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it funky with you. One famous case is Alpo and Rich Porter.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
You know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
most of the time when somebody is murdered, it's murdered by somebody that they know.
That's
I forgot the percentages. The percentages is somebody that you know. Because even I watch a lot of ID Network and cop stories.
Yeah.
And they say most of the hardest cases to solve is when it's an unknown person that kills somebody, because then you don't find a motive. it's hard to trace. But a lot of percentages of the time somebody's murdered, they're murdered by somebody that they know, somebody they interacted with, or something in that vein. But
it's just crazy.
Yo, fight, man. I wish people in the hood would fight more.
Yo,
You got an issue, and I'm not even promoting fighting. Talk it out, whatever. But if you got an issue when it comes to that, just fight, square up, fight. You live to see another day.
You talking about the era where we from? You knuckle that shit out. But nah, not today, bro.
Too much pride.
But I mean, even in the era we were from, some jokers had guns. Even in the era we were from, some jokers had guns and people got shot, people got killed. But you know what? It wasn't everybody.
No,
that was a one-off occasion. It was a rare occasion. You saw it happen, but most people squared up and they fought.
My thing is this.
But this is the way the world teaches them.
And then later on being friends after that shit, bro.
Exactly. Because you wound up respecting each other a little bit more because of that.
Exactly.
But my thing is this. Jokers are too much in their feelings now. That's what it is. Like, men are becoming so feminine that they get their feelings hurt. And that's how they figure, I'm gonna show you I'm a man. You ain't gonna do that to me, or you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Like that don't make you anybody. A little kid could pick up a gun and kill somebody. That don't make him a man. They can do that by accident. You know what I'm saying?
It don't make you tough.
How many times has that happened? A little kid pick up a gun and shoot somebody and kill him by accident. That don't make you a tough guy.
Don't make you tough.
Are you man enough to take an L?
Exactly.
And come back out the next day.
There you go.
Take that L and come back out the next day.
But it's a microcosm on the world. Because if countries got problems, they don't talk. We can't talk it out. We ain't gonna talk it out. We going to war, and I'm just gonna start bombing you to death.
Right.
So then, but then if that's how your government and the powers treat each other, when we can't come to an agreement, we go to war and we're gonna kill thousands. But then they tell you on the small level, oh, you should talk it out and don't go to war, don't kill nobody. But you're not living by that example. I mean, it's deeper. Right. This is what is programmed. If I have a problem with you, I'm going to war and I'm going to try to destroy you. And if I can't destroy you, I'm gonna make your life so miserable that you're gonna cave in and do what I say do.
And you know what?
So they do basically the same things that they deem illegal that what happens in on the lower level.
And it also is no dignity or no respect amongst thieves no more.
Man, listen.
There's no code.
There was a time, and I said this before. Cats right now, I overheard a story that I was reading. I forgot who it was about, because like I said, I'm into those stories about the old drug dealers and all that. One dude was in prison. Well, at the time he was in prison. He was in prison for attempted murder. The dude that he tried to shoot lived.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to jail. He had I think 15 years in prison. So because the guy that he shot at couldn't get at him in prison, he murdered his sister and said, "Look, think about this while you're in prison. Sister ain't had nothing to do with going to school, working regular, ain't had nothing to do with that life.
Yeah.
But because so think about that for all our viewers out there that perhaps you are younger and even now you in a gang. Not only do you gotta watch for yourself." But if you got a baby, if you got a baby mama, if you got your mama, people are now doing that. And I'm sure it was done before in certain instances.
Yeah.
But not as much as it is now. There's no honor.
Well, 50 Cent said it in a song.
Well,
if I get tired of chasing you, I'm going to shoot up your mama's house and have you start chasing me.
Yeah, that was one of the dopest lines you ever wrote, but it's foul.
But what I heard, one of the things that I heard is that's kind of how they flushed him out. I heard that
they had a green light on him.
They killed like 6 of his family members. They started
shooting
his grandmother was one of them. I don't know if that's true or not, But they said they started.
I heard they shot
Joker
his,
started killing his family members. His grandmama was one of them. Could you imagine
parents'
that?
house. I heard that. Too.
Could you imagine that?
I didn't hear. This is factual. It's all alleged. And what you heard.
I heard from a few different sources. That's what said.
All alleged. We don't. I haven't heard that.
But could you imagine that though?
I knew that was going to happen,
and they start killing you.
That's crazy.
Because they know your family going to rat you at that point.
But
if I'm your cousin or your brother, and I think you coming to kill me because something, that joke is down the street.
But you got to know what's going. You got to know what's going on. Once they knew who it was, you have to know. Like, all right, if we can't find you, we're going to put pressure on you to show yourself. And if I can't get to you, I'm going to get to you where you're going. I'm putting pressure.
L, man. Look at Big L situation.
Facts. Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah.
What was the Big L situation?
Allegedly, his brother,
who was in prison, but him and his brother looked alike.
That's how he got killed.
Yeah,
and it was him and not his brother.
Exactly.
Allegedly, his brother had him
seen that.
do that.
I mean, I've seen it up close. I had a neighbor who had problems with somebody. They couldn't find him.
Wow.
They found his brother. They beat him.
That's crazy.
They didn't kill him, but they beat him to a point where he couldn't work no more. Basically, they beat him where he's not the same. He's not normal no more. He's normal, but it affected him mentally.
Yeah.
So it's been going on out there that they can't get to you. They're gonna get somebody close to you. So you got to think about your actions. It just doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
And I'm a realist back because, like I said, the love I got for Nip is like you took away a man who was these guys who are that big are a corporation.
Yeah.
So not only did you affect him, you not only affect his kids, his family, his friends. You affected people who he hired. You affected the businesses. You affected the Vector 90. If that will this affect how that's still running? He gave back to schools. Like you affected so many people. By taking one person out.
Now I do want to say this too. Now I don't know if he is or isn't. It was a nice gesture. Remember, everybody thinks about things when it's fresh on their mind. Allegedly, or it was said by him, Nick Cannon.
Oh yeah,
he's going to take a documentary, and Nick Cannon got the paper. That if he wants to do that, he can invest in it.
I mean, it was going to come out. It probably would have came out anyway. I don't think anybody would have let that one stop.
Well, he was saying he's investing in things that he has done. So meaning his businesses and everything. And Nick Cannon could do that. But let's see if he comes through it. Because once again, when a tragedy happens, it's fresh on the mind.
Well, he can't just take over.
Well, a lot of the businesses, the businesses are going to be able to run by themselves. I just hope the people who step in his place,
still do the
can
same
keep the
thing.
message going.
Yeah,
I don't need like Nick Cannon to go put his money in and then he take over.
Yeah,
because the Vector 90 is already up and running. You just got to have that same momentum and the same people who are in charge now to keep the same vision.
But yeah, if he's a solid benefactor or getting a small percentage of it to make it bigger, why not?
No, I'm not saying why not. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying the businesses he made are probably established where they can almost run.
Yeah,
anything can run by himself. Like if Bill Gates died, Microsoft is not stopping.
My brother, from what I understand, is Nick was talking about one thing in particular, and that was the documentary on Dr. Sebi.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's talking about taking over his business.
I'm talking about
finish the documentary.
I'm talking about all the other businesses. I hope people who step into place can still keep that same message going and keep his legacy alive.
Exactly. Keep doing what you know that Nipsey would have did.
Like, don't let it stop.
Exactly. You know he helped people out coming home who had problems getting that was pretty much all he employed. It was people who came home who couldn't get jobs. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? One thing I do like about him, he was colorblind as far as gangs. He was interacting with Bloods. You know what I'm saying? And he's made it known that at one time he was. I don't know if he still was affiliated, but he did things with the game.
Yeah, exactly. Him and Game was close.
Yeah,
Game
and
crying
Blood,
on Crenshaw.
I give him a lot of love because I just felt like he was doing things, and it's sad, man. If he was really out here about that life doing negative shit, but he was still, you know what I'm saying? The good ones always go, bro. I can't figure it out why.
Exactly.
But my thing is this too about the first thing they wanted to put on as gang related. If you really look at the dynamics of them right now, the Crips and the Blood in California, they ain't even beef. Like, how many Crips and Bloods hang out together right now? I mean, it's the crossover is crazy. You got a Crip and a Blood.
But that's the ones that
what area.
but I'm gonna say this, P.
Well,
It's not
the ones in the hood.
That's what I'm saying.
Some of them ain't doing,
They're
but the ones
in the
that
hood.
have made it,
There's still
You have a few.
jokers in the hood. You got a Crip and a Blood who made up their own hood restaurant together. They cook food, and I forgot the name of it and what neighborhood that they're in, but it's one dude who's a Crip and one dude who's a Blood. They both like to cook.
Okay.
They got together and they have a little restaurant that they built together.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's not like
well,
they're crazy
in
out there.
LA, that crossover has always existed from day one because of the way the neighborhoods are. Yo.
Exactly.
There are no definitive lines drawn. You go to your mailbox across the street is the opposite color mailbox, bro.
Exactly.
Like, if you live in Crenshaw, because I lived up there for 3 years in Inglewood, and if you live off of Crenshaw, this street is Blood, the very next street is Crip, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't no real separation between the gangs.
and that's the case with a lot of places. If you think about it,
Just remember,
and this
think
is
about
factual.
Plainfield back in the day.
Back in the day when
Yeah.
Harlem was popping,
Same.
there was crews on 140th, and then you go down to 145th, it was a whole nother crew. That's only 5 blocks away.
Yeah.
And like you said, Pete,
Yeah.
even here in Plainfield,
Yeah.
there was times where Stebbins was beefing with Halsey.
Yeah, they down the street from each other.
Johnston beefing with you know, Meadowbrook. It's kind of crazy. It's always been that way. And Chicago is just like that too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like not that
Gangs
far.
on top of gangs, man, right beside you. So you probably went to junior high with this dude. And then by the time y'all get to high school, y'all opposite, but y'all still live across the street from each other.
The thing is, as long as you don't disrespect me and my crew, that's what they said. As long as you ain't being disrespectful to me and my crew, or if you got whatever activities going on, as long as you ain't trying to infringe on my activities.
If you think about menace to society and boys in the hood, remember Ricky
yeah,
walked to the store to get the scratch off?
yeah.
Remember the red car would always come through their hood? That's because they live in the same hood. They not coming from across the city.
Exactly.
That is true, and and I'm glad you brought that up, man, because that is a misconception the average person thinks. You in school with, if you a teenager,
Exactly.
you going to school with half these people. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like that now.
It's serious out there, though.
No, it is serious. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything.
They are really
Movie
serious
cats
about
was pulling
the
up
colors
in that
in the
red
areas.
car, the whole movie.
But don't get me wrong. I'm not taking nothing away from it. But what I'm saying is, there was a point in time where it was going down. If I'm wearing red and you wearing blue, like it just was it wasn't no questions asked. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't having no conversations. It's just going to go down. But that's what I'm saying. It's not to that point. It hasn't been to that point for a long time. You know, they've been trying to do a truth things for a long time. Like they've been trying to make it right for a long time. So, you know, for the first thing for them to say that, and then, like I said, both of them were Crip anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just, like I said, I just think it's senseless, and we gotta do better, and we gotta stop killing the people who really want to try to do something for their people. That's my issue. Like I said, let me preface by saying I don't wish death on nobody, right? I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody to die. So I want nobody to take what I'm about to say out of text or the wrong way. Oh, you should have said that, P. But here you go. You have Nipsey, who was doing positive things in his community, trying to do stuff for kids, trying to do stuff for this and that. You have somebody gun him down the street. But you have a Tekashi 6ix9ine who runs his mouth, talks like he's tough, does this, that, and the third. He's still breathing. I don't understand that.
He wasn't.
His life has changed, though, bro.
He wasn't moving. You wasn't getting to him. He had so much security around wherever he moved. You was not getting to him.
And by the way, speaking of that, Shotty is going to plead guilty if he hasn't already. And he may get like 15 years because
most of them are pleading guilty.
they just doing it.
They don't have no choice to plead when somebody gonna sit there and snitch on you.
And from my
It's like
understanding,
to plead or do
And then
1,000 years.
Oh, and then they're gonna say,
had-
Tekashi may get out of jail in 2020 because if everybody pleads, then he doesn't need to show up, and they're gonna get him for time served.
and his life gonna be changed too, man. He's got to go.
Why are we talking about that clown?
I'm talking
about Tekashi. I'm talking about Tekashi.
Yeah, I was making a point of him still breathing, but Nipsey's not. You know what I'm saying? Like Nipsey ain't even that dude. He ain't out here in those streets talking reckless and crazy to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And the conversation that he had with dude, I'm sure wasn't even reckless. It's like, yo, my man, like you can't be around here. If you like that, you can't be around here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a reckless conversation. It's definitely not something for somebody to come back and draw down and shoot you and two other people that you ain't even have an argument with. So that just shows the level of punkness that you are. So you shot this man in cold blood, and then you shot two other people who ain't had nothing to do with your conversation.
Let me ask you a question. Y'all, everybody here tonight, is it fair, listen, if he had in the past, because I'm starting to think about this more and more, he was the next major thing coming out of L.A.
Was he is?
No. I mean, he was a certain level. But what I'm saying is, with what he was doing, owning his own, being like Ghost said, that I do agree with Ghost too. By the way, that album was dope.
Yeah, he makes dope music.
I mean, you had Kendrick. Don't get me wrong. Kendrick was doing his thing, and we want to put Kendrick up there. But outside of that, Nip was the next dude because he was doing a lot of features. His album was out. Anything he made was popping.
Yeah,
he was in New York a lot.
He was loved everywhere he went.
Yeah, people
and
like him.
Like I said, he was just getting the critically and the worldwide acclaim.
Yes,
but by the commercial masses, and everybody in hip hop already knew how great Nipsey was, and he could rhyme, and how dope an artist he was, and the person he was. It was all falling in place where he was getting the critical acclaim now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think, you know what, he had a beautiful wife, movie actress.
Yeah.
They look good together. They was all over the place.
Happy together.
Photos,
I just can't imagine the pain she's going through. Like the person you love leaves the house.
Yeah, and don't come back.
And then you get a call.
And I was just telling my mans about that the other day, man. It's like a balance between positive and negative energy, bro. You can't have one without the other. So whenever something is going really good in your life, keep your eyes open because something bad is about to happen, bro. And whenever something is going really bad in your life, something positive is about to happen, bro. It happens every single time.
But that's
you know the bad things in our hood ain't always gotta be death.
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't the bad things you fall down and break your leg?
Yeah,
our bad things always to the extreme where somebody's gonna end up losing their life. Like, and they got videos of Lauren going into the hospital. Like, we ain't got to video everything, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everybody wants
to post something and just be like, and put it on their page, and everything ain't got to be videotaped, man.
That's the day.
And a lot of it got to do with rap music, man. You don't never hear this kind of shit about Garth Brooks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's
the rap culture, man.
Comedians beef though now.
Something going on with the rap culture.
But you gotta think about it. It's exactly what you said. It's what we perpetuate as the culture. It's how we portray ourselves and what we feel is cool and tough. Yeah, I'm tough guy.
We made it where it's cool to be heartless.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm gonna go back to what you said before, and I'm not taking it when you said because guys are in their feelings. It's okay to be in your feelings.
Not to kill somebody.
Not to kill nobody, but we pin up anger. If he would have said I'm hurt, and maybe he said Nip just hurt my feelings, if he'd have been in his feelings and voiced it. It's one thing, but we get in our feelings and then we react off of that emotion. Other people don't do that. Like, people get in their feelings. Okay, in your feelings, but talk about it.
I'm not going out like that, man. Fuck that. I'm not going, me, nigga. Man, come on, bro.
Because we are too scared to show vulnerability and say that we're hurt by something.
I don't want to be naive. They are
because he wouldn't have done that if he wasn't hurt.
They 100% sure this guy is the one.
They got him on
video.
Okay.
Got on
I saw the video, but
videos.
Oh, it's different videos because
everybody who got shot didn't die.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure that
there was probably good other 10 people out there. Like Joker just started scattering, running back and forth. Like
the girl who drove the getaway car.
Who did it.
Okay.
Like they got everything in there.
Yeah, people know who did it.
Okay, good.
There was people right there seeing everything
and
heard everything.
There was cameras everywhere. Yeah. They had cameras on the building. Even at the plaza there was cameras there. TMZ got the camera from across the street.
We don't need
so they don't know the camera. You don't know the video that the police might have got from the stores right there. Because TMZ wasn't getting those.
No, exactly.
Not right away.
Yeah, and it was funny. The video, you're right, Ghost, because there's a, believe it or not, there's a video where somebody had one of those things that they have on the NFL, and they circle like 4 cameras.
There's cameras everywhere. You can do anything
so.
anywhere in America. You're gonna be caught by a camera somewhere. So they had cameras, and I'm assuming the images from there, testimony from people. That's why they were so sure, and that's why they came up with the person so fast.
Yeah.
Good.
And then let's flip it to the visual. So that's another thing I want to talk about and I'm angry about. So why is it that, black people can't congregate and it just be okay? Although I did see some stuff that the police were perpetuating a lot. Like it wasn't the people just acting right. Like the police were inciting a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't just congregate and and the police not out there in riot gear. Like it automatically has to be a melee. You know what I'm saying? If it's a bunch of us getting together for something, which it wound up turning into with could it sound? Somebody said, "Oh, there's some gunshots," but it wasn't. From what I hear from the video, it sounded like somebody broke some storefront windows. That's what it sounded like. It was from what I heard. It was a gunshot, and then somebody pulled the gun out. And then somebody tried to disarm him, and that's what the crowd scattered. Oh, so
but they don't know why he pulled the gun, whether he pulled the gun intentionally shoot somebody or he just brandished it. But he pulled the gun, and somebody tried to disarm him, and that's when everybody's screaming, and that's when the people scattered. People got caught. The people got hurt because the glass in the parking lot and it just broke. They got cuts. They got fallen, trampled. Yeah, and they were trampling over each other. Well, like I said, so many different conflicting stories, but I mean, it's just like. Even with that, so the tragedy happens. Why do we make another tragedy? Like everything is happening right now, the opposite of what this man's vision was behind his death. So it's like because it is ingrained in our, I want to say youth and young adults, where being hard and having that I don't give a fuck attitude is cool. You got to be the one that has that tough I don't care attitude, and that's the cool one. And if you ain't that way, then you're nerdy, you ain't respected. That's what's pushed in our people's. That's what's pushed in our minds.
Well, we got to change. I don't know how we change that, but we definitely need to. We need to do that like ASAP. Like it's crazy that people in his demographic, like, they don't expect to live the life that they don't expect to live as long as he lived. I've heard people say, "Yo, man." As a matter of fact, I heard a young man who was a preacher. He's been preaching for years. Just turned 30, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. But even him said, "Yeah, man, I didn't know if I was gonna make it." This kid is a preacher. So they don't expect to live that long. Like, that's crazy that in their minds they like, yo, like, if I make it to 25, like, yo, I made it. If I made it to 30, oh boy, like, that's crazy to me.
33 is like OG status.
Exactly.
Our outlook on life is a lot different.
But my
because
thing is,
of the environment that you grow up in.
I was about to say, I couldn't imagine living like that. Like when we was coming up, I never thought about that. Like, if I make it to 30, I'm lucky. Like, are you kidding me? I'm like, okay, I'm 30 now. I got to change some things. I can't do the same things while I'm 30 I was doing when I was 20. And then vice versa. Once I became 40, I didn't start thinking about dying. I said, okay, I'm 40 now. I got to change some things again. I can't do things 40 that I did when I was 30. And I'm 48 now, I'm pushing 50. So when I hit 50, something's going to happen. Hey, guess what? I'm 50 now, so I got to do some things a little different. I can't do things. Like, I'm not thinking that I'm not going to make it. And these kids, I
never thought about the thing. I never thought that I said, okay, I'm gonna make it to 40. I'm gonna make it to 50. But I've been in situations where you put yourself in a situation where something could jump off, and
definitely been in situations.
So we didn't say, oh well, I might not make it past 21. We just didn't. But we put ourselves in a situation where we could not possibly make it past 21.
I've told y'all, like,
easily. Yeah, but that's what we do. That's what we do. Everywhere we go, you might not make it because you never know, something might jump off wherever we went. That's every club we went to, and it still goes on to this day. Yeah. Everything in the inner city, in the hoods. But you don't know. You can go to a barbecue and something could pop off.
I tell you guys about the stories about me with guns. Like, those stories I tell you, like, I'm not embellishing on anything. To be honest with you, I shouldn't be sitting here with you guys today. to be honest with you, because I've had enough guns pointed at me that literally by me slick talking slick to them, I guess they think I'm crazy. Like, yo, that this dude not realize I have a gun pointed at him, and I'm like, yo, MF, you gonna point a gun at? Like, I've cussed jokers out that want to shoot me. So I'm be honest with you, I shouldn't be sitting here right now. So I understand that being in situations, but even being in them situations, my thought was the way I always felt, and this is how I always felt about stuff like this, and jokers with guns and shit. I always said, you know what? If somebody's gonna shoot and kill me, they're gonna look me in the eyes. Like, I'm never gonna get like a lot of jokers. They start pulling guns and jokers run. That's how jokers get shot in the back. I was like, I'm never gonna get shot in my back. If you're gonna shoot and you're gonna kill me, you're gonna look at my eye as a man, and you're gonna know that you just shot a man, because I'm gonna stand up for me and mine.
But see, but it goes to show you.
Get shot in the back.
I'm on that. Go ahead.
It goes to show you, when people say, "Oh, I didn't think I was gonna make it past 21, past 25, or whatever it is that a lot of people in our communities don't have hope.
They don't. You're right.
No hope.
They don't know how. They don't have no hope for the future.
You're right.
So we live fast and we live hard and we live short because we don't know, and there's no hope. Like I'm struggling all the time, and I'm just gonna try to get it right now. If I die, I die. Whereas other cultures, they know economics. I'm going through this, and I'm gonna live older.
True.
We don't. That's not ingrained in our people inside the inner city, because the hope ain't the same.
Yeah.
What's the most dangerous person in the world? A person with no hope.
That's a fact. With their back against the wall.
And they survive. And survival, like a cornered cat, is dangerous. Yeah. A cornered animal, a cornered wounded animal is the most dangerous.
After a while, living check to check becomes overbearing.
And then you're in survival mode.
Yeah.
I can't think about 20 years down the road. I gotta survive right now.
News for y'all brothers, man. I sent y'all the new single off the project, man. It should be in the email somewhere.
You know,
at supportmymusic.com.
Okay, I'll check for it.
Yeah, we'll check to see if we can pull it up. Definitely.
Yeah, if we don't, single, man. It's positive music too, man. It's like way different than what's really going on in the industry right now, man. It's positive black hope music.
Okay,
where you at now, Buff? Where you living at now?
I'm still in Georgia. In Georgia,
okay.
Outside Atlanta.
Okay.
They wilding down there now too, huh? A lot of gang activity and everything going on down there.
Bro, it's the young generation, man. Like you said, they got the I don't give a fuck attitude, man.
They lost.
I'm telling you, that's what people get. They feel that's what respect is, and this is what we push.
They don't respect elders, man. Like myself, they like, man, fuck you, old nigga.
Yeah, they don't care. They just you're right. They do not respect the OGs. They tell an OG to say, man, that was back in your day. We don't do it like that no more. We never did that to no OG back in the day. You respect the OG.
Buff, fuck you, old nigga.
Yo, they don't. They don't have no respect.
He dead serious, though.
Hey, you make a brother feel some kind of way. I want to smack you in the back of your head, man. Slap your neck off.
But see,
man.
but you know what? We can laugh at it because it sounds funny. But yo, it's a scary time.
But you know what?
Because they don't respect you for your elders, and they don't respect your life.
Exactly. And that's what I'm about to say. See, a joker like Buff, like me, like you guys, we'll do that. You know what I'm saying? You smack him and give him some get right, and he be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? We think, like you said, we thinking fight another day.
Disrespecting me. You all in my personal space. I'm in Family Dollar, and I can see your whole ass. Come on, man.
Yeah, but then they coming back blasting. They don't even care. They coming back shooting every, and that's the thing. They don't care who they kill. They shooting everybody, everything. Cause they ain't got no conscience. Like you said, they don't care. They really feel like they ain't got nothing to live for. I've heard some of them say, man, you know,
there's no hope.
I ain't got nothing to live for, you know. And I'm like, what do you mean you ain't got nothing to live for? Like, man, you know, this, that, and the third. And I be saying to myself, like, y'all have the easiest lives on the planet. Like this generation,
see, you can't,
bro. They get everything handed to them. Like. This generation has it so easy, and they whine so much. You get everything.
That's the way things are. We had it easier than our parents, and we complained. Our parents had it easier than their parents, and they complain.
Man,
it's just
man.
the era.
The iPhone, man. The iPhone do everything.
But
bro.
That's what looking at. But what we had to come up with, it's a different set of struggles now for these kids. It's a different set of pressures. They don't feel the same pressure. I'm glad I didn't grow up at a young age with all this connectivity with internet and social media. And the pressures was if you embarrassed yourself, it was kept in your hood. It was kept in your neighborhood. Yeah. Now, if you embarrass yourself, you on social media. Yeah. You embarrass yourself in high school, it's on social media, and now you viral. Yeah. So it's a whole different. We can say viral. They got it easier. We can say it's different. They got more technology, yes, but it comes with different pressures. I don't want to be a teenager growing up right now. You try to talk to a girl now, and you send some text. She done screenshot it and put it on social media. You look like a clown. Look at what they did. Look what they did to Zion. He was on FaceTime with somebody, just trying to show interest in it, and now all you putting them on internet, and everybody laughing. Oh, you got no game. Like, come on, man. We put so much pressure on these kids that then they gonna react, and they're like, well, why'd you react that way?
And we don't,
because you embarrassed me now. Now I gotta feel I gotta get my pride back.
And that's fair because the thing about it too, you get to see how someone really reacts. And sometimes we could push them over that edge. Had you left that person alone, it'd have been good. It's fascinating, man. Yo, I got to make the mood get a little better. I got something that we could take back. We should be able to play it. It's not an official song, so I got a couple things, and it'll bring us back. It'll make us think a little bit back to hip hop, if y'all don't mind.
Let's get it.
Let's get ready to do it, man. I'm just gonna play it. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is, but it's gonna be good to hear. I'm gonna play a couple of them back to back because we haven't done that in a long time. So to that note, let's just get to it.
We appreciate you.
I'm gonna look for that song, man. And if we can, we'll get it on tonight. If not, we'll have it on for the next week's show. And call back in.
Yeah, it's called Walk Up, man. Walk Up to the Sun.
All right.
That's what's up, fam. We appreciate you, bro.
I love y'all boys, man.
All right, man. Love you too. Peace.
Love you, man.
All right, let's get it, y'all.
Yes.
Live in the site. Might have to get a little volume on it. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's nice.
1 2 1 2, mic check 1 2. DJ Premier, hoodie season in the streets, yo. My city's so real, out of towners wish they was the king of it. While the government shut down on their own, that's what I call self-destruction. My young cousin died in the streets hustling, his daughter suffering. Wow, he didn't live to one day walking down the aisle. I take his place, I'll be there with a suit and a smile. She don't gotta thank me, your daddy was brave. He would've did this for me if I was in the grave. Haters be sabotaging, disrespect you on the website and call it blogging. All up in the comments, they say he was supposed to say rap from the nonsense. Fell short, need food for thought, we are starving. He's good, his city bad, it's his installment. He think he better than his own city, that's preposterous. It's a problem, my involvement is from Brooklyn to Harlem. They depend on me to solve it. Hiding behind a major label fortress, swims and pulls a liquor, alcoholic, stuck his neck out like an ostrich, he a moving target. To the death on you bastards. When I die, put a street sweeper in my casket and close it. Just let me lay there with the ratchet. Yeah, dust to dust and ashes to ashes. So the snake who killed me could walk in laughing. By the grace of God, I'ma jump up blasting. Acting like you built, you's a fucked up has-been. I dress with a gun tuck fashion. I'm a monster, sucker raw. I spit America's most wanted bars. My willpower got more will than 100 cars. I'ma show these niggas how to deal.
Y'all. Hold up.
That was the end of the song?
Nah, he just cut it off.
Cut it short.
Well, I'm sitting bopping the head. Doop, doop.
My bad. Y'all know what this is. Let's keep it rolling, because I got more for you.
This is Drez, D-R-E-S. Mister, you can get with this. Black Sheep. It's bars in the booth with my dude, DJ Premier. I'll be the next contestant as we body the beat and kill comparison. We're gonna take it back to basics. But you choose it, liver than most. Don't confuse it with amusement, you're not even close. But you gotta add your 2 cents, double your gross, trouble your coast. Contrary to popular, this is how you supposed. But you choose it, liver than most. Don't confuse it with amusement, you're not even close. But you gotta add your 2 cents, double your gross, trouble your coast. Contrary to popular. Yo, just a glimpse or a glance in a trance of trillion heads. Enhanced beats by Preem, with a rhyme by Drez, I spit it greater.
The frequent flyer defecator, Tabo, bozos, and tabos on the equator. A non-relator, I take apart a perpetrator. I love a hater, I hug him now and hurt him later. Like my rhyme came with a dance and skinny genie pants. I ain't got none of that. But if y'all down to take a chance, I be dressed the quiet storm. I stand out in the swarm. And yo, no matter where I am, you know I'm far from the norm. I came to get gone, get it on, and form Tron. I've been here, no illusions, the conclusion's far gone. When the king has no clothes, you peep the fallacy. And if they're great big stars, I'm a tiny galaxy. Built great, I bloom late and draw blood like a rose. Put me next to what they do, I be starkly juxtaposed. With this rocket in my pocket, watch me take it out and cock it. Tell me how you gonna stop it, pussy, I'm the opposite. Rocking it is why you know me by myself, but never lonely, homie. Horses couldn't hold me. With the blicky, Shinobi locking it on every level. Hello, my mellow, you jello metal for having no metal. Masterpieces see me revel so sheen. Dope fiend, dreams conceived in Queens. Burrow, thorough, my flow nitro, glycerine, glistening, lifting them. I'm rugged by requiem. Unlikely you know somebody like me, homie, think again. Shrinking them, got them sinking in phlegm on the brink. Think pink, cut the cancer, saying poor tink tink. Don't get nosy, it gets noisy. If you're whack, you should avoid me. Yeah, my niggas came to fuck you for real. Yo, it's an orgy, eating porgy and blessed. I got finesse like finesse. It's the Molotov, D-R-E-S. But you choose it, live it the most. Don't confuse it with amusement. You're not even close. But you gotta add your 2 cents, double your gross, trouble your coast. Contrary to popular, this is how you supposed. But you choose it, live it the most. Don't confuse it with amusement. You're not even close. But you gotta add your 2 cents, double your gross, trouble your coast. Contrary to popular, this is how you supposed. But you choose it.
One more. I got one more for y'all. I know we talked about it. He should have made that a song, bro.
Alright, y'all, you know we had live in the CIPHER, WGuess1.com. Let's go.
DJ Premier, Loaded Lux. Classic. Show your figure like skippy tights. I'm skipping and slipping rights. Niggas might nip and swipe, but they really ain't chipping ice. Stripping stripes from rappers, you figured nice, getting hype. Get that mic, them niggas like instigators. Picking fights, I take any brand of type, man of mice, I handle light. I write my rights with blacks with keys, this piano white. This ain't gambling dice, nor transit strike with my ticket. You don't need a sign, just pick it. Ace band is tight, right? I leave recordings here, niggas screaming for Jordan. Got a fan of mic, it may seem like a small problem, is really a big mistake. I'm your basic jigger bracelet, what a risk to take. You shouldn't face these niggas regular, but let your man boost you, you might as well be a booster. That shit just don't register, I'm way ahead of you. It's the mercenary again, and murder ain't what it's been since I bought that Hershey went in. Earn what I get, determined to win, too hurt to pretend. I even had to tell my boys that we'll get further as men, what your purpose is. And I'm usually up for Big Mama, stir the grits. You gon' work a wish, I just confirmed the list and you deserve a lift. Skywalks come from fly talk, it's just a black box after the turbulence. It's calling me, I done joined this life forcefully. Baby mamas and bills, you know how choices be. For the sovereignty, cause poverty in the ghettos often is robbery. And I refuse to look crazy at Harlem Week, I'm arguably the nicest with it. While I think about what your life contributes, and does it weigh up to your right to live it, I might just end it. Shit, if your favorite rapper died, you know what sniper did it. Jibber jabs, laying sticking like a gymnast. AI, got too much game to play when the team scrimmage. I see who the league's sending. Left home in Cologne, returned sweet scented. Got a head trying to figure whose bed my dreams been in. I need a crib like KFC sling chicken. Big gold box with different wings in it. Mean in it. Say time is money, well you can't call shots when you need minutes. We up in this bitch like I gotta do it here and now in this life. So we gon' take these takes into this shit right. For Lux to get that grip, I'll make a fist fight. Rich life, addicts don't want much acid, but they die as coke. You know we sell it high, but we buy it low. The saddest is when niggas who had it be crying broke. Went through the fast like they just feel like he dying slow. I don't know, just start signing these niggas just on grinding. Cause it get hard finding these niggas who hearts iron. I'm back up in the den once again, I'm with all lions. So for you niggas calling out shots, these bars highin' in this bitch. Primo, Loaded Lux, what you expect, man? Classic, bars in the booth, mean.
I kind of wish he'd have kept that going.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing the other week. I was like, yo, what happened to that? I wonder why he fell off with that.
He probably had other things going on, and he had time to have somebody sit there and help come and do the freestyles in the booth.
Yeah, because you would figure he's primo, but you know cats, yo man, primo, you got 1,000, I'll do it for $1,000. You know how some cats is. They don't even care no more. So I got a few more. We're going to play
They going to try to charge Preem to do a freestyle for a Preem beat? You crazy as hell.
There's some
People
cats
might.
that would try it.
People-
I'm
He
just
could have
telling
had
you.
other. Come
People
on, man.
pompous, man. People be feeling themselves. Yo, Preem, I know you hot, but I'm hot too, son. You know
I'm
what
gonna take it
saying?
back. His whole reply should have been. I remember an interview with Brian McKnight, and he was writing for Backstreet Boys or one of them groups, in sync, and he was asking about money, and he's like, "Nah, they ain't paying you up front. You gonna get points. You gonna get it on the back end. You ain't getting. They ain't giving you like that. So either you gonna get on the beat with Primo and get good promotion,
Yeah.
or okay, get somebody else.
Now check me out. I got a good question for y'all.
Because out of all them ones he did, who did bars in the booth,
Yeah,
who was he gonna pay to rhyme?
nobody.
I mean,
Because
Because
he hooked
don't
Pap
forget,
up. He hooked
don't,
most of them
but
up
no,
with
but
beats.
don't forget, it could be a one hand wash the other.
yeah.
Yo, I want you to get on the bars in the booth. Okay, I'll get it on for you. But then when you were doing the album, you go to Yo, I want a beat. Okay, I want 300,000. What?
That's a good point.
We supposed to be cool. You can't give me the. Nah, you want $1,000 to do a freestyle. So I see we on business.
Exactly. We on business. Exactly. Cut that check for that 300.
All right, so look, me and my man got into a discussion, and I got an interesting question for y'all. Go back in the time machine. Everybody out there, check this out. First albums, right? Who had the better first album? Jay, Reasonable Doubt, or Nas?
Jay. Not even a.
Nas' first album was Illmatic.
Yeah, I still think.
Which one is better?
That was better than Illmatic.
Now, it's funny because Norm said, I asked Norm this on Sunday. Norm went straight Nas.
Really?
Just as quickly as you said Jay.
Yeah, I'm going Nas.
You think Illmatic was better?
I'm with you, P. Reasonable Doubt was great.
Reasonable
But
Doubt. I'm not taking nothing away from Illmatic.
Nas was a dope album.
Yeah, but
It's not that we saying it's bad, but
Who got
which
more
one is
critical
better?
acclaim when they first came out? Don't go back now.
Well, you gotta say Nas, and then that's another question I got.
When it first came out, Nas' album was way better. You going back and looking at it now? Okay, yeah, hell, yes, Nas'
They
album
both
dope.
was blueprinted kind of the same way if you think about it, because they both had major producers. So at first I was about to say, well, Nas had all those critically acclaimed hip hop producers, but Reasonable Doubt had a lot of legendary producers too.
yeah.
So they kind of was built the same way. And that leads me to another question I got. Take off your Nas glasses. During that period of time when Live at the Barbecue, and the reason I bring this all up is because I heard an interview with Large Professor. And he was talking about it, Nas' first album, working with it. He had a couple songs on there. Named the producers that was on Nas' first album: Q-Tip, Pete Rock, Large Professor, Primo. He had great producers on that album, right? Here's my thing. If you remember, Nas was supposed to be the next Rakim, right?
Mhm.
Did he live up to that standard?
How many years he been in the game?
I get it.
No,
But remember,
what standard are we talking about?
the standard we talking about is
Bars?
Rakim. When he came in, bars.
How many albums Rakim had? And you're gonna say
Rakim's
Nas
first-
bars ain't good?
No.
No, I'm
Listen
just
to
asking.
what
I'm
talking
asking
about-
what standard are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Overall, everybody crowned him. Bam, this is the kid.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, his first album stood that. Nas fell a little bit after that.
His albums did
You
start.
crazy.
He had some strong.
You are crazy.
He had a
first
strong.
album
What
was
album?
dope.
What
First
album?
few.
What album fell off after
I
that?
am, like Jay said, if second album was,
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
we're gonna go by what I am. Let me pull up I am's track list.
in comparison, if
So
you
we're gonna pull up
compare-
track list. We're gonna talk about it. We
Nas-
can
let me
talk
say it
about
this
it.
way. Let me say it this way.
We can talk about.
Nas
Everybody talks
was
about Nas
street
fell
as
off.
hell on Illmatic.
I will say that his
He
albums
went-
did start to fall off a little bit.
Crazy.
That's all I'm saying.
They did.
Did he?
They
live
weren't as
up?
strong.
Take off the Nas. Be fair.
Well,
all you
which one we
Nas
talking
fans
about?
out there.
Which one we talking about? Okay, not Illmatic was
Illmatic
94.
was dope.
Yeah.
And it was written was 96. The
It
message, Streets Dreams, I Gave You Power, Watch Them Niggas, Taking the Blood, Nas Is Coming, Affirmative Action.
Not that goes. Come
Set up
on,
like,
man.
I'm going album by
Okay,
album.
okay.
I'm going album by album.
That
You want to
one-
go with I Am. New York State of Mind Part 2, Hate Me Now with Puffy, Small World, Favor for a Favor with Scarface, We Will Survive, Ghetto Prisoners, You Won't See Me Tonight. I won't talk to you. Dr. Knock Boots. Life Is What You Make It. Big Things. Nas Is Like. Kissing. Money's a Bitch and Undying Love. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now, they might have been hits, but once again, put it in perspective of what they said he was going to be. After Illmatic was a play it straight through album.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't have to turn that shit off.
So you basically his career did model Rakim's in, right?
No.
Tell me Rakim's dope albums. Tell me, we're comparing. You said compare him to Rakim.
Listen,
you said did he reach that right? Then you said did he reach that standard?
Let me make my point.
No, hold on.
I wasn't the only one saying this.
I'm just going by what you said. You said did he reach Rakim's standard? Tell me a dope Rakim album that was after the first one.
Oh,
actually, the second one was dope too.
The second one was doper than Westland. So we had two dope albums. So we had Nas with 2 dope albums. Go after that.
He only had maybe 3 to 4 anyway.
Okay, and the Nas did 20 years. So yes, he passed that standard.
But see, you taking it out. What I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the actual comparison to Rakim. It's what I'm talking about is the essence of hip hop. He was supposed to be that shit, that man.
He
Rakim,
is.
get up out of here. My thing is this. I don't think he lived up, and this is me being objective, to what we projected him to be. Like right now,
so
everybody.
what are we putting that? What are we putting Rakim at? Like, what standard are we putting him at that you say he didn't reach Rakim's standard?
I'm gonna give you the perfect analogy. Let me give you an analogy first of what I'm trying to say. LeBron is who he is now. Right now, everybody's saying Zion is going to be the next LeBron. Now, Zion may have a good career, but he may not get as high as LeBron. That's how I'm looking at Nas. If Rakim at that moment, he was the shit. You could say what you want. They said, everybody said that. The Source, he's going to be the next one. He's the next dude to take it there. So to me, Nas was Zion. Now, all I'm saying is, in his career, that's all my question is, did he live up to that point? Now,
he passed him in his career.
You said you're going to say yes.
But you can't sit here and say Nas's career ain't better than Rakim's career.
I mean,
There's no way you can say that.
I can't say that because of the time frame, and I'm going to give him that. But musically, in my mind,
So you say he didn't put out as good of music as Rakim?
No, you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. What he's saying is,
keep it on Nas.
Keep it on Nas. Y'all comparing him to Rakim. I want to know what you saying he's Rakim's standard. So what standard are people saying he's not
the best
attaining?
in hip hop, the best ever.
So you're gonna say he was never the best in the hip hop?
Illmatic did that.
No, we're gonna go say it. We're never gonna say that Nas was never considered the best MC.
No.
I don't think
you're
so.
never gonna say nobody said he's better than Jay.
I don't think so.
He's not in the argument as being one of the best MCs ever.
Oh, I'm not saying that. But you said
he's not. You cannot sit here and say he's not in the argument as being the best ever.
Nas. I do like. I'm not trying to diss him.
I'm not saying you're trying to diss him. I'm not saying Nas is my favorite MC ever. I'm saying has he been in the argument?
Oh yeah. I'll give you that. He's a legend.
Has
Some
Rakim
people
been in an
will
argument?
say that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jay been in an argument.
Yes.
Big been in an argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So has he lived up to Rakim standards?
I don't think so.
I get what you're saying.
I don't think so.
But what standard are we talking about?
I'm talking about pure hip hop, raw, spitting lyrics. When Roz
so you're saying lyrically,
he's pissing on the elevator. Next album, he's hating now with Puffy. That standard to me, though it was successful,
but you're picking one
sold
song.
a lot. I'm just saying. I'm trying to give you a perspective of what I'm saying. When I heard Rakim, I just heard him as who he was.
And we could pick up some crazy Rakim songs that he tried to go commercial with too.
I get that, but even when his commercials, look at Mahogany. He was who he was, is what I'm saying. And now, to me, when Nas came back after Jay stabbed him or whatever you want to say, Jay kind of poked the bear.
That's because y'all just paid attention.
I thought Stillmatic was dope. Now
he been saying the same stuff for all his albums.
I don't know, bro. I thought he had a little lull. I thought he had
I agree.
a little low.
I can't remember what album it was.
Stillmatic. I thought Godson was dope.
Because I was a Nas fan. I'm still a Nas fan. But I was
agreed.
And I was like, listen, I forgot what album it was. I'm listening to it.
Even the Large Professor said it in the interview.
I'm like, yo, wow. I'm like, this shit is like whack.
Now listen.
I was like, he had some. I forget what album. I was like, he got some nice joints, but it wasn't It wasn't like what I was used to. Being able to,
he had a few
like
hits.
being able to play it like everything back. I was like, I was like, wow, I forgot what album was. I remember like it was yesterday though, because like I said, I was a Nas fan. I used to buy all of Jay-Z's joints and the same things about Nas, and I was like, man, I don't know if I had the CD or somebody else had, and I was listening to it before I bought, and I was like.
Yeah, he had some CDs that were better than others. Yes.
Yeah, and I was.
But I want to know what standard are we talking about?
I'm talking.
We talking about just having lyrics because Nas always had lyrics.
He has lyrics, yeah.
Are we gonna talk albums? Nas got more albums.
Nah.
We're gonna talk argument of being one of the best MCs ever. They're all in the same argument.
But even to this day, he was supposed to surpass Rakim. I still hear people saying as a lyricist.
But see, you can't surpass somebody if that's subjective.
I get
like
that.
Somebody's gonna say Rakim. There is not 100% of people in the world gonna say Rakim's the greatest lyricist of hip hop. You're not. So you can never surpass something that's a subjective category.
I do agree because you have to go statistically, but even to be opinionated about it, sometimes you can give a definitive opinion. Now I get it.
You can get it, but the definitive opinion is gonna come by whoever likes that person.
Sometimes
the definitive opinion.
You can be objective.
Most fans ain't objective. That's like the argument. That's like the argument with LeBron and Jordan.
Well,
you're gonna have people who are definitive. LeBron is better. You have people definitive. Jordan's better. Kobe's better. People gonna be definitive in their opinion.
So it's fair to say this. In your opinion, you believe Rakim has lived up to the expectation he had when he first came out.
Yeah, do I believe that? Do I believe that Nas lived up to expectations that the outside world put on him? Yes. Because he's been in the game for 20-some years, and he put out albums, and he's lyrical.
I'm going to say this.
I don't know how we can say Rakim is better.
I'm going to say this.
I love Rakim. I love Nas. I like Jay. I like all of them. But to say he didn't live up to the standard, what standard are we talking about?
And I just think he had a low point, which artists do.
Then Rakim had a lull for like 30 years of his career then, right?
But he only had, you got to take it in perspective.
And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm just saying, but what lull are we talking about? Because he didn't put out an album. Rakim didn't put out an album for years. So why are we holding certain artists in a certain acclaim when they don't put out albums at that rate? But you hold Nas different, and he did put out more albums.
No, what I'm not saying, once again, this isn't an argument to diss Nas. It's just to put a perspective on his career. That's all I'm saying. And if you believe that in his career he was in straight shooter.
But if we're talking about if you're having the same career, then you got to compare careers, right?
Well, no, you can't necessarily do that because it was a different time frame. That's like the argument in sports. You can't compare to what quarterbacks are throwing now. We can go over the same. Doesn't mean Bart Starr,
but over the same time frame. If we go over the same time frame and he didn't put out, I'm not comparing the same thing. I'll say same time frame. Nas put out this many albums. He's lyrical. In Rakim's time frame, how many albums did he put out? And he's lyrical. So what standard are we talking about?
I can argue with you that Rakim, in his time when he came out with Paid in Full, I can present an argument that he carried hip-hop more than Nas carried when he did.
But you know what? It's a whole different time with different artists at
the time. I just said that, and you just dogged me
out. But you're comparing that part when it wasn't as many dope MCs. When Nas came out, you had Big, you had Jay.
Wait a minute.
So you had other stars. How many stars came out when Rakim? Rakim came out before that.
Bro, there was so many.
You said it wasn't that many dope.
Not the same one. He's talking about carrying hip hop at the time.
Kane, Coogee, Rap. I mean, there was so many, bro.
You gonna say Rakim carried it over all of them?
When Paid in Full came out, he had hip hop on lock.
He was hot. I'm gonna say he carried hip hop.
Yeah,
bro.
He ain't carry hip hop.
Fam,
I'm not gonna say he carried hip hop.
What I'm saying is, when his album came out,
it was dope.
Everybody else was like, it was highly anticipated. That's the word I was looking for. Highly anticipated, and it met the anticipation because everybody played it.
Everybody played Illmatic when it came out, and it met the critical acclaim.
I agree. Now, great. I agree. The first two albums that was like this. So what I'm saying to you, did Nas continue to live up to that? When Nas first came out, this is all I'm saying. This is why I really don't care. I'm pushing Rakim out the picture at that point.
But everybody you can't push him out the picture if y'all comparing the two.
But that's what people were saying. The source, I quote, the source was
you can't say I'm pushing Rakim out the picture if you asking if he lived up to Rakim's standards.
Because there are those
what standard are we talking about? We talking lyrics. Yes, he's lyrical.
Well,
then what are we talking? Like, what standard can you say? You can't say he's less lyrical.
Put out good songs, like putting out whole good albums.
And
okay, let's do that. Who put out more whole good albums?
Hold on, let me look up some Rakim stuff.
I'm just saying.
I hope he said we're not doing songs. Yeah. We're doing whole good albums. Who put out more whole good albums?
Well, like you said, he has a longer span of time.
No. Okay, but it still counts.
I will say album number 3, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember that was the one where he started to fall off some to me. Album 3. Album 1 and 2, I think was high. Album 3, I think that was the one that I'm talking about where he started to fall off a little bit. Now it wasn't the expectation that I was.
I'll give you that.
That I was looking for.
I'll give you that. So you gonna say Illmatic was good? It Was Written was good. Yeah. What about Life is Good?
Was that the third album?
No. That was like the one that had daughters, the one that had accidental murders.
Honestly,
some on Smash. What about the Lost Tapes?
6, the Lost Tapes was good. But I'll be honest with you.
Stillmatic?
After that was good.
Nostradamus?
Nostradamus Dead is dope.
Okay.
That's 8.
I'm gonna be honest with you. After that,
Godson?
After that, Godson was nice.
Okay, we're up to 5 albums. Good.
Huh?
We up to about 5 albums. You said was good.
Yeah.
Okay. How many Rakim albums was good?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Well, how many did they come out? How many albums did they have altogether? Everybody Rakim.
Nas had. Well, I'm gonna put that down.
I'm not even sure how many albums did
he had 5.
Nah. Well, there you go.
So then, what standard are we talking about?
But it was. Well, I won't just say it's a different.
I want to know.
It was a different era.
I want to know.
And the longevity.
But we're taking out eras because we're not worried about eras. We're talking about good albums and we're talking about lyrics.
Rakim only had 4 albums.
We're talking about good albums and we're talking about lyrics. So we're gonna say that Nas is lyrical.
Yes.
Rakim's first 3 albums was multi-platinum, each one, or gold, should I say? Which at that time was good. Exactly. You had Paid in Full. You had Follow the Leader, which was dope, and you also had Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. Now, after that, if you want to say, and even Don't Sweat the Technique was a decent album, it wasn't terrible, but then they broke up, so they only had those 4 albums.
So I'm not. Well,
now,
I'm
that's
saying, not Nas' fault.
That's over. That's over. A
we
period.
can't please her. Oh, they broke up. No, Brat.
That's a period. That's a 5-year period from 97 to 92.
Yeah.
Nas, give me a 5-year period of Nas albums that they all was dope.
You're doing careers. It's not Nas' fault. He stopped rhyming after 5 years.
Give me a 5-year period.
No, I'm not giving you a 5-year period. We talking careers. I'm not cutting his career short because
L is better than Nas. Then is L better than Nas?
As what? Lyricist? Get out of here.
That's why we call him the great debater.
And what?
I don't know why I'm bringing this up. I'm never going to win. I'm not going to win. But
as a lyricist, no.
For those that are listening,
we're going to go through sales and albums? Yeah, he probably did because L was more commercial and people there. As a lyricist, no. Nope. Is L mentioned as one of the greatest lyricists ever?
No.
Okay, then. There you go.
He definitely isn't. But nope. L's, I don't even know how to. I wouldn't even know how to give L.
And I love LL Cool J.
Charismatic.
LL Cool J is nasty.
Iconic in hip hop.
He's nasty. He is iconic. He's a great MC. And he's never been mentioned. But when the masses mention the best lyricists ever, he's not mentioned that level. And I'm just, but I'm a fan. But no, we're not discrediting and saying, oh, we're only going to do this for 5 years. No, we're not doing that.
Now, to be fair to Nas, I'm gonna be fair to him. Even he said some things that was interesting. I heard in an interview because I was just moving along with interviews because actually the Large Professor had said the same thing that I was saying. That's from him. He felt there was a time where Nas kind of lulled a little bit. Doesn't mean that he was corny.
Yeah, exactly.
He just lulled.
Garbage, but it was just.
And he was going through things in life too. His mom's and everything was. But then when Jay poked him again, he reinvigorated, and that's all. That would. So what
does that mean? What does that take away from?
Well, that's.
So what does it mean when? So what does it mean when your group break up and I can't put out another dope album?
You had a lull.
So he had a lull for 25 years.
Sometimes,
we're gonna hold the lull. Then if we holding Nas for a lull for a couple of songs, what means when you separate from your DJ producer and you can't put out another dope album?
And I don't think that it was that he couldn't put out another dope album. It was the dynamic of what they did. They were a group, And who knows? Maybe he felt slighted and like, no, I'm not doing this with another Joker again. I ain't got time for that. So
he decided like he was just not gonna put out music at that point.
Now,
Because he did come back out later on and put music out.
Rakim did go
so
do
his
a
low
solo album.
So his low is cool.
Rakim did do a solo album that was dope, but unfortunately, it's because he was old. It was dope. It was hot. But it was called I Am God. He had some dope songs, but because at that point in time, he wasn't relevant. He was old, or so to speak, old school. So only the true Rakim fans would know that.
But now I still put out stuff now and still is dope, right?
Argue that.
Okay.
His last album for
what?
a Nas fan,
Well,
you're gonna love it. The
last
one
album
he did
was
with
Life
Kanye,
is Good, and then with
Kanye
Nasir, that
produced.
was an EP.
So, if you're a fan of the person, just like you said, you will make a way to make a point. If you
Because
really
it's
Nas
all
lovers.
subjective. But you're saying like y'all put a standard. You're saying when you're saying a standard, what standard are we talking about?
The best thing I can say to you, bro, and hoping that you understand, is at the time when this was going on, they didn't mention nobody else. They didn't say, yo, Nas is coming to take Slick Rick throne.
The question was,
Nas is coming to take Big Daddy Kane throne.
But the question was, did he live up to a
Everyone said,
standard? What standard are we talking about? The greatest
at
in
that
hip hop?
time, the best in hip hop, the best pure album, the best MC, rapping wise.
So we're going by best pure one album. Or we're going by best pure career. See, this is what how was this standard set?
It's much like if you playing football.
Because you're going to say at the time when Rakim came out, he was the best in hip hop.
Yes, I'm gonna say that right now. And
So he was better than Big Daddy Kane. He's better than Cool G. He's better than all of them at the time.
In my opinion, and the masses said that. You take 7 MCs, put them in a line. Everybody said this was the dopest lyricist who was out of the box, more than Kane, everybody said that. And that's
okay,
that's why I'm saying.
But that's not 100% opinion. That's just certain people's opinion. So you're gonna say that at no time in hip hop people talked about Nas that way?
No, I'm saying they did.
So then then he did reach a standard.
They said he did, but that's my point.
But if he
did that
reached
for
a standard.
one album, and then it kind of slid down.
See, we're talking about commercial sales and album sales. We're not talking
Then
about
he's
lyrics.
gonna be
Nobody ever said anything about Nas' lyrics falling off. And I've never in my life heard anybody say Nas' lyrics has fell off. Making an album, hey, maybe your album structure you went commercial there, but nobody's ever said in the time I've listened that said Nas' lyrics has ever fell off.
To his credit, in
Am
his
I
interview,
wrong?
Nah.
Well,
so then
I'm not gonna say that. Nas fans say that. Even Jay said it.
They say his lyrics fell off. His making a song fell off.
Everything about him. Ooh, Chi Wally Wally. Ooh,
That's
Chi
making
Wally,
a song.
My thing is,
but you going to one song.
Listen.
You going to one
if
song.
You make a song.
And when Uchi Wally Wally came out, there wasn't banging.
Yeah, people was playing Uchi Wally.
Uchi Wally Wally wasn't banging. You ain't hear it in cars.
Even Nas himself said that was one of
his worst songs. Yeah, why wasn't what he didn't like, but it wasn't saying that it was whack.
Bruh. Listen.
I just want to know. I just want to know what standard we're
saying. You
saying.
played Uchi Wally. You can't say you ain't never played Uchi Wally. You played it before.
I like the beat, but
come on, man.
Listen, man.
I just want to know what standard.
I wish somebody was in on the chat on this because this would be. I'm gonna put it up on Facebook.
I just want to know what standard they're talking about. Best lyricist, Nas is in that category.
And see, let me say this.
What was that though? What did that mean?
Officially, that wasn't even his album. Actually, that was the.
That was somebody else.
He was on the track.
What's the name of his crew? Bravehearts.
Yeah.
He brought that out on his thing. That really wasn't his. He really supported that whole thing because he was on. Let's be honest. Nobody would have probably cared if Nas didn't be on it. Let's be honest. Let's tell the truth about that. And same thing with The Firm. Now, I do got to say this. One thing I give Nas credit for. In an interview, he even said it. Because a lot of people dog him out about, well, you're mundane, you try to get too deep. But he said, in beats, they was like, oh, your beats could have been a little better, whatever. But he said he liked picking the awkward beats because it challenged him. It's too easy to get into a studio with a super dope track and do a song, which at first I was kind of like.
Just because y'all simple minds can't follow Nas lyrics, don't discredit that, man. It's a problem with our people. We don't want to think.
Wow.
I don't have a song.
We don't want to think. We want some dumbed down stuff. We cool with that. But you talk about something that make you think. Oh man, that's corny.
That's
I don't want to think about that.
But all jokes aside,
it makes you think too much. What? You know how stupid you sound?
Now all jokes aside, so you which album? Which album though? Jay's or you said Jay?
I said
It's
Jay.
Reasonable Doubt. You going with?
I'm going Illmatic.
Illmatic. I'm gonna put that up. I want that I'm very curious as to what people's opinion is on that. Because they both was dope albums. They both was dope. Utterly amazing.
Well, we've come to that time of
That's
this
good,
tonight, guys.
Good. I wish I could play it, but Jay took all this off of.
Yeah, if you play Jay, it'll shut. We shutting down anyway, but that'll shut down the show for us. Jay got it on lock. You play a Jay song, it is shutting down your site immediately.
Yeah, Jay Beyonce,
it's going
straight up.
Yeah,
they're gonna
even the instrumentals.
They will stop the. They will cut
I think
that stream.
Even the instrumentals.
Yo, real quick, I know we about to bounce. What went wrong with Cardi B? What is all this news about Cardi B? What did Cardi B do? They said something about her. She made a statement. She used to drug men and rob them.
We talked about it last week, but it's been swept under the rug. It seems like call from the 914. Say when you call from me live in CIPHER.
What's up, boys? Your boy AB, man. What's up?
Peace,
what's going on, AB?
What's going on, fam?
Yeah, it's a sad thing in hip hop, B.
Facts. Yeah, man. Yeah. We was talking about it earlier in the show, and actually pretty much on every show we've been covering, because it is such a huge topic, and a travesty and a sad day for hip hop, and it's just like it's crazy for the young brother to lose his life like that, doing so much, trying to do so much for his people and his community, but we always got these crabs in the barrel that want to take us out of here.
It's so sad, man. It's just so much hate, man, and it's just, we got God do mysterious things, man. You know what I mean? So we can't question it.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I'm not even gonna say it's sad for hip hop. It's sad for the real dudes that show people love, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Exactly.
'Cause, hip hop is going to be what it's going to be, because I say what I say is, it's a sad situation for, what happened to the brother. And, his kids got to suffer, his wife got to suffer, and his family got to suffer. But at the same note, it's like everybody, be saying rest in peace and this and that. But, after they buried this dude, a week later, same dudes feel they win, they gonna go back to normal and don't care nothing about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you look at what Chris Lighty did for a lot of people, and when he died, everybody's like moaning. Then next thing you know, a week later, everybody back to normal to their petty selves.
That's how it is,
so
man. You're right.
So it's like when is it's going to open, and then you got to remember some dudes is riding on the coattail where they could get they status back up. You know what I mean? And it's sad to say, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. One thing I just seen a little while ago, and I'm hoping it's true. You can't believe everything, but I seen something that said that Jay's putting up a $15 million trust fund for Nipsey's kids. So that's, if he's doing that, salute to him.
We got to do some research and make sure that's true.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What did you see on Facebook?
I just seen a couple. It was.
million.
I forgot what I said. Yeah. So if Jay is doing that, that's big up to him. Like say he's he's doing a lot of stuff out there too that people don't know. So it is what it is.
Jay is built like that, man. You know what I mean? Because one thing about Jay, I could say, he makes sure his team is straight.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? He's not selfish with the money like plenty of them, like the rest of them are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, the people that started with him, hold him down, was in his corner, he take care of them.
Yeah.
You can't speak about everybody on that level. You know what I mean? Like Puff. Puff is just his stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just himself.
We know that.
And it's sad to say is like, yo, B, you don't take care of your team, man. It's sad, but I can't say it sounds good, but at the end of the day, he might do it because but his girl is an actor, so basically, she gonna do what she got to do to take care of the kid.
Yeah.
But at the it's just that, is like more kids out here is getting killed. So why y'all not doing for the rest of these family kids is getting killed out on the street every day?
Yeah.
Then if you really got 15 million to share out, you got 15 million to do what Nipsey did, come to these communities and do something for the kids, B.
Yeah, I feel you. You're right.
Then it goes. You said that he bought that whole.
Yeah, he owned that
whole thing. Yeah,
like I
bro,
say, went from selling T-shirts in front of it to owning it. So,
and it was his brand. It was a clothing store, barbershop. I forgot what he said.
Barbershop was a fish. I think it was a food place, a tax place.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of buildings in there.
Yeah,
that's sad.
Yeah, man, definitely a sad day. Like I said, not even just for hip hop, but just for us as a people. You know, like I said, young brother trying to do the right thing, not trying to do the right thing, doing the right thing. And you know, it's sad because we don't, like you said, we don't get a lot of people like that. So the ones that we get, we need to keep. You know what I'm saying? And support them, not take them out, not execute them. You know, it's crazy and like, dude, you know.
But you know what I say too, man. You know, this thing of being hot, or whatever the incident happened. Yo, it's so many dudes running around in this hip hop community, hate other dudes, but they rocking with dudes that told on, and it ain't like, it's not on the news where you see who told, who did this, who did that, man. Yeah. It's like, okay, but you want to feel a way about somebody, man. You know what I mean? If you know somebody did something wrong, you don't want to rock with them, don't rock with them.
Yeah,
facts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you got so many cats in this industry running around with these dudes that talk about dudes is on fire, but they rocking with these dudes is on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you do your homework, you'll see that, man. It's like, wow. I sit back and like, you know, it's like, how do you judge it? You know what I mean? But dude do something wrong, you ain't got to deal with him, man. You ain't got to say nothing, man. It's just, we just got to learn, man. If you don't want to be around somebody, don't be around them. And second of all, if you don't want them around you, you ain't got to, B. You could travel somewhere that he can't get to, B. But the way everything looked, like this thing was a setup, B.
You know what, too?
Definitely look crazy.
One other thing, too, I want to mention. You bring up a good point. Once you become successful, there's a big dilemma sometimes between, and I hate when people say this, go back, give to your hood where you came from. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget where you, but it seems like Ghost was saying, and I saw the interview with Boosie, especially in hip-hop, if you become successful, the envy kind of leaves you with no choice. Like, if you think about a lot of successful people, somebody like, I'll say Ice Cube, you can still give money back to where you was from, but I don't know if you can necessarily, quote-unquote, live there or do things there because the hate is real.
But you know where the hate comes from? This is where the hate comes from, man. It's like when you get the status and forget about the people that hold you down, B. You know what I mean? You can't help everybody, but at the end of the day, you don't have to give everybody money. You could give everybody an opportunity. One thing about me, he said, listen, I got on and then I put dudes on I know is capable to do things.
Yeah.
So what he did was, it don't matter that he gave him a job on the music industry, he gave him a job in the store. Like he gave a guy that probably was a crackhead or bum or whatever, he cleaned the parking lot up for the dude, but he took care of the dude, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, yo, you don't have to always feel these dudes feel in this industry to get this money. It ain't always about giving somebody some money. It's about giving people opportunities, B. And I always say that. Somebody gave you opportunity. So that means you should come back and give an opportunity to somebody else to be in a situation. It ain't always you got to take a person on the road and if this person do that. Yo, give him an opportunity. Everybody got a goal.
Yeah.
Know how to do something incredible. Only thing you got to do is go in the penitentiary, and you'll see how many dudes that if somebody would have gave them an opportunity, they wouldn't be in the situation they in.
Yeah,
because if you look at the talent that they got in these penitentiaries, what they do, you sit back and say, wow, this dude got a talent. But it's the same people that you cool with. And I always say this, that, you know, it takes a situation for a certain, not all, but certain people to open their eyes and say, yo, you know what? I got this. Let me change this light. You know what I mean? Because all white folks, they do it for their people. Mm-hmm. We don't want to do it for ours.
Well said, man. That's a good way to close the show tonight.
Yeah.
AB, man, well said. Thanks for the knowledge, man, dropping the jewel.
Yeah, bro. We definitely appreciate you calling as always. And, you know, like, I don't know what we're going to do, but we got to change something. Something got to change. And I don't even know where it starts. That's the problem. You know, it starts.
Where it starts at, man, right now, you can't say the older cats. You got to start at these young kids, man, from 3rd grade, 4th grade. We got to change the outlook of these cats, because even with the pants sagging all the way down, it's certain things. You can't catch the high schoolers. You got to catch the young ones.
Yeah, you got to start real early.
You may start doing where our parents used to do. It don't matter. Norm ain't my brother, but that's my brother.
Yeah.
So we need to start doing it. How are we going to change it? You got to catch these young ones and put them and let them see the world. And like I say, you got this Jay, you got this Puff, you got Fit, you got all these cats with all this money. They should be going to these schools, these private schools.
That's true.
I'm talking about these black poor schools that these kids ain't really got money and their parents got to pay for them to go to this school.
Yeah.
They should go to these schools and help these schools and sit down and see these kids and show them the world. Because most of these dudes get caught up. They ain't never been nowhere but on their block.
That's true.
That's a fact, man.
Around the corner, here and there. They don't be nowhere. So how you open their mind up, show them other things, man, because most people don't realize that's what that's why the little white kids, they do wrong now, but they don't glorify it, but they see the world.
Yeah.
Because their parents got the fun to take them to Italy, take them to Rome, take them to DR, take them there, take them to Cuba. You know what I mean? So they got the paper. So these black kids is coming up, and their parents is no different, because you got kids that parents act like they're kids.
Yeah.
You pick their kids up, they pants sagging, coming in there smoke like weed. It's like, yo, B, it's not like that, B. Let's change them. So that's when we get involved and say, you know what, man, this is how we change this and make it better for them. Because the parents these days is nothing but kids themselves. So they don't understand it. So only thing they understand is being on their phone, going to get drunk, and going to the club, going to the strip club, and that's all they understand.
Yeah, it's a sad fact, but it's a fact. But once again, AB, we appreciate you, man. We about to get out of here. We appreciate you calling. Check us out again next week. Call and drop some more jewels. That's how you do, fam. We know what it is.
My man.
All right.
All right, man. Be safe.
Peace. Yeah, once again, y'all, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight for another edition of Live in the Cypher. And, you know, we just got to keep our heads up, man. And we definitely got to reach these kids, these younger generation. And we got to change some things, man, if we want to survive. All right. We catch y'all next week. Live in the Cypher, y'all. We out of here.
Peace.
Yo, man, it's got to be that real hip-hop feel, man. Get these levels right. All right, something like... You will now go back to when rap music had hard beats. When it was called hip-hop.
Live in the cypher. Wednesday night, gotta get it right. Live in the cypher, chills on the mic. You got cash, I'm worth it. Pay me, you can't outfox me. So say that for Jamie. BKS1Radio.com. Hot like 5 kids, so ring the alarm. Got the industry corner with our own damn opinions. No Serato, it's authentic. When late night is spinning, the truth, the real. Hip hop ain't dead, and if it was, we resurrected it. It's back to the essence, the bare essential. Storm Norm is the leader, we call him the general. Smooth P and Ghost, we rate and review. So if you're scared to spit the 16, don't come through. Ooh. Represent the real hip hop. Represent the real hip hop. Represent the real hip hop. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the hottest hip-hop show on the net, live in the cypher, baby. You got my man, Chill Mr. Keep It Real, Ladies Love, Smooth P, Short Fuse, DJ Late Night, and your man, Storm Norm the General, on BKS1Radio.com, where we represent the real hip-hop.